This portion of Local Lifestyles is sponsored by Ackerman Chiropractic and Fitness Center.
And Dr. Dwayne Ackerman is here to help us better understand peripheral neuropathy and what causes that painful condition for his clients. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you as always.
Well, thank you.
And we talk a lot about the effects of it, or the how people feel, or the symptoms they describe to you. What are some of the causes?
Well, the biggest cause is diabetes. And we know diabetes is just going rampant and going crazy in the United States, and creating all kinds of degenerative chronic autoimmune disorders. So that's a biggie. Chemotherapy is another one that affects a lot of my younger patients that I see usually have a chemo and have been through some sort of cancer treatments. So those make up probably half of our patients, either chemo or diabetic. And the other half, believe it or not, come in and are like, I'm not diabetic, haven't had chemo, but I can't feel my feet.
Right. So what are we talking about there then, Dwayne?
There's a lot of different theories. I think it's more chronic inflammation from chemicals we're exposed to, food that we eat. The American diet is just terrible. Go look around. I mean, it's
processed food, all of
processed foods, the oils, all that stuff. You know, you go to the mall, go look anywhere. We're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And 50 years ago, these problems, we didn't have these problems, but now it's really reared its ugly head with our generation growing up eating the foods that we've eaten.
Well, I know, we've talked about this before, that one of the things that you guide people when you meet with them is, are they willing to eat an anti-inflammatory diet, back off on the carbs and whatever else? I mean, what do you say? I mean, as far as dietary advice, what are you offering them?
Well, the best thing you can do is the lower carb or lower sugar intake, the better. There's a lot of controversy around that. There's a lot of the medical community that are still, no, don't do high protein, is bad for kidneys. Pretty controversial. There's a lot of people who say that that's bull, that's old technology. I know personally, when I eat very, very low carbs or zero carbs, I feel better. I've been able to do a lot of long distance cycling on no carbs, which I didn't think was possible. So I think that's kind of the key. The processed foods, like you mentioned, all the canola oils and all that stuff. Studies are showing that as sugar goes up and the canola oil and corn oils go up, that our autoimmune inflammatory disorders, diabetes, has all went up as well. So cutting those out seems to be the answer. Well,
even if reducing them sharply, I mean, if you just can't give up your carbs, if reducing them has got to be a big help.
It is, and typically low carb is 100 grams of carbs or less per day.
And that's pretty low.
So that's pretty low. That's pretty low, but if you can, it's not that hard to get there if you eat real food.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's all the processed, all the other stuff that is really high in sugar. 2 soft drinks and boom, you've blown that big time. So
for the folks who are listening and want to sit down and talk with you, how do they do that?
Well, you can call the office, but what I want to talk about a little bit today is a week from Thursday, on January 18th, I believe, we're going to have a seminar at Red Lobster. So you can call our office. Surely they'll put our phone number up there somewhere. But you can call our office, get on that schedule, and you can come. I'll buy you lunch. We're going to go over everything we do and tell you exactly how we treat this peripheral neuropathy. It doesn't cost you anything. You can't buy anything at the seminar. So
it's just educational information.
Just educational. Right. Just just don't come to get a free lunch on me.
And then give him a call. So this is a great way to find out, learn more. Thank you as always.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll be back with more Lifestyles right after this. Stick around.
This portion of Local Lifestyles is sponsored by Ackerman Chiropractic and Fitness Center.